Let's go to your fifth proposal. This is a public bank in every state. This is something that we hear a lot of talk about because there's already been one. Well, there's been one, I guess, in North Dakota for 70, 80 years now. Just tell us.
And when it was set up by people who had a socialist bent, and they encountered lots and lots of resistance. But since it's been up, it's been really good for the state of North Dakota, and it actually helped them weather the economic storm of 2008 better than most other states, especially most other states in the upper Midwest region. And so it just seems like such a good idea to have a public option for banking so that people don't have to do all of their finance through Wall Street. The other thing that you can do, that there's a really good proposal out, would be to have some sort of basic banking services through the U.S. Postal Service, which would provide a new revenue stream for the Postal Service, which, as we've seen, has had some difficulty basically foisted on by Republicans in Congress. But it would help them out with that. It would allow the so-called underbanked to have some access to financial services, and it would just give people a point of exit. People who don't want to do crazy derivative speculation, all that kind of nutty stuff that goes on Wall Street, who just want a safe place to store their money, an easy payment system, and a little bit of interest on their savings. You could do it in a public bank. The Public Bank of North Dakota just loans out, works with, farmers and students and people who take out loans, works to get the money back. All of the tax dollars in North Dakota goes straight into the bank. The bank deals with all of the infrastructure. It's such a sensible idea. It's so basic and obvious that it should just be in every state. This is one I think that probably we have a chance of doing before 15 to 20 years in certain states. I feel like maybe there are 15 states who, over the next 10 years, could, with some significant activism, actually adopt or establish a new public bank.
And what does this do? I mean, is this basically just it sort of rationalizes and stabilizes sort of it just gets banking back to, I guess, vanilla banking on some level, right? I mean,
yeah, that's right.
So the benefits to the state in and of itself are simply that people will have a consistent access to loans based on fairly consistent and rational standards, ones that aren't necessarily subject to an algorithm that has to go into a larger tranche of securities, right? I mean, is that what it does to the community?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Ellen Brown, who's sort of the leader, so to speak, of the public banking movement, is somebody people should look up. I think she's running for Attorney General in California or something. But if you look up Ellen Brown, you'll find lots and lots of really good resources on public banking and the ways that it could be implemented.
All right. Well, Jesse, I know you got to run, but I appreciate your taking the time today. The piece is in Rolling Stone. It is 5 economic reforms millennials should be fighting for. And maybe some of us, Gen Xer types also.
That would be good. We could use the help.
Sure. Why not? I have little memory of the gulags, I have to say. But sadly, I do remember Reagan quite well. Jesse Myerson, thank you so much. We'll put a link up to Disorderly Conduct on the blog at majority.fm. Appreciate your time today.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Sam. Have a good one.